what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now, and I'm going to be talking about some newer products that I have been loving and trying out. I recently did a poll on my Instagram asking you guys if you would want to see a video of me showing some new products that I've been loving, one of them being the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. It is bomb, you guys. I love this so much. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've been using the CC cream for quite some time, and it's one of my favorite foundations ever. And I recently picked up the moisturizer. It's a full coverage moisturizer with SPF 50, and I have been loving it so much. So I will show you guys that today, as well as a few other newer products to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you guys want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching. So I already have my brows on. As you guys can see, I decided to do these off camera because there's no really new changes there. I'm actually growing them in a little bit right now, so they're kind of crazy. So all of the kind of new products that I'm going to be showing you today are pretty much for the face. I don't really have any new eye products, so the focus of today's video is really going to be on the face. So to start the look today, I am going to prime my skin with the Becca Backlit Priming Filter. This is not a new product, but I really wanted to use this because it makes the skin look so beautiful and so glowy. It doesn't make it dewy or any more oily than it is. It just gives you that nice enhanced glow. So I just do a little bit of this all over the high points of my face. I mean, really you could put this all over, but I kind of focus it on the higher points of my face. I haven't tried a ton of primers because honestly moisturizer does a pretty good job at priming the skin, but I do love this Becca one, and I love the Benefit Professional for filling in the pores. So once that has soaked in a little bit, we're going to go in with our foundation, and this is what I'm so excited about. You guys, I purchased a full-size bottle. Like, this is huge. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been using the like travel size of the CC cream forever, and I finally purchased a full size, and I'm so proud of myself. And I even went with the moisturizer instead of the CC cream, which is like crazy, but I love this so much. This has a tiny bit more coverage than the CC cream. I have seen the girl workers at Ulta kind of telling people different things, but as far as me testing it out, I would say the moisturizer has more coverage. So I really wanted to show you guys how I've been applying this for the most part, and it's with my hands. I know that's so weird, but you can honestly use a sponge or you can use a brush. I know that a brush will give you probably the fullest coverage with this product, but I've just been applying it with my hands, and it still looks so beautiful. It still has medium to full coverage, so I just really wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. So I just pump about that much onto my hand, and it goes a really long way. So I kind of spread it, and then I wipe it and disperse it on my face and just start blending it in. And I usually will try to get like in all the crevices of my face and blend it down onto my neck. I'll need a little bit more for the forehead, but do you guys see what that did? Just with my hands, like that covered all of my redness, discoloration. My skin looks healthy. It looks even. I love this stuff so freaking much. It's seriously such an amazing product. I can't say enough about it. Oh, I did a little much. So I'm just adding a little bit more right on my forehead. So this has SPF, what does it have? SPF 50, and I'm using the shade Light. Now, as I get a little bit more tanner throughout the summer, I'll probably have to jump to the next shade, which is probably medium. I don't know for sure what the next shade is. I know that the moisturizer has a few more shades than the CC cream, which is really good. So I think it's medium probably that I'll have to jump to once I get a little bit more tan. Okay, so that's it. I don't want to keep rubbing too much, but as you guys can see, it really covered so well. I might go in with a little bit of concealer around my nose just because I do tend to get a lot more red right there throughout the day because of allergies. But other than that, it looks so good. Like, I can just throw this on and run out the door and feel confident and not like I just woke up, you know what I mean? So you can even bring it up under the eye for a little bit of coverage, but I'm not going to do that too much today because I am using concealer. Moving on to concealer, this is the other new product that I am really excited to show you guys. I have been loving it so much. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. And it comes in a little box like this, and then here is what the concealer looks like. So it's a little squeeze tube, which I don't hate. I don't have to contaminate anything because I can just squeeze it directly onto my finger. It comes out of a really tiny little nozzle, so I don't overuse it. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I just use a tiny bit of this and put it under my eye. And the consistency of this concealer is so unique. It is on the thinner side, but it still has full coverage, which is so cool. So I'm just going to start showing you guys and stop talking. So I'm just going to do like a small dab on my finger, or you can use a brush or whatever you want, and then I kind of just go like that and then start shaping it like this and pressing. So most of the application is done with my finger, just like the foundation. And then I do blend it out with a sponge here in just a second. And I bring that up onto my eyes as my eyeshadow primer. You guys know I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape for quite some time, and I love that concealer. It is so awesome, but this is probably my new favorite because it is a lot more lightweight. It doesn't dry as quickly, and it just isn't quite as heavy. Like, I can use way more product and it won't get cakey and overpowering under the eye. With the Tarte Shape Tape, you have to use very little product, especially if you're someone that creases easily, because it is pretty heavy underneath the eye. So I much more prefer the consistency of this one. So the price of this concealer is one of the things I was really excited about because it's a little bit cheaper than most of the high-end concealers. The Tarte one is not too bad. That one's $25. This one's only $19.50. So I feel like I could even get a few shades at that price if I wanted to. I really want to get a few of these for my kit because the consistency I feel will work on so many different skin types. So I'm really excited about this concealer. And let me put a little around my nose just to conceal some of that redness there. And it's buildable, which is awesome. And I want to say they had at least 10 shades to choose from. And then they do have one color correcting one that's kind of like a orange kind of tangerine color. Now I'm going to set the under eyes with my RCMA No Color Powder. This is a IT Cosmetics jar, but I just put it into here because it's a lot easier to use. So I blend all my creases out, and then I dip my damp sponge into the powder and then press under my eyes. So before I set the rest of my face, I want to make sure I'm done with all of my cream and liquid products. So I'm going to be using a cream bronzer today. This is the Maskcara Beauty Bella Bronzer right here. It's a very creamy, pigmented, warm bronzer. So I take the fluffy side of this blush and bronzer brush from Maskcara Beauty and just dip a tiny bit, and I'll even dab it on the back of my hand a little to make sure I don't have too much product. And I'm just going to buff this around the bridge of my face, pretty much where you would put contour, but you're not going to put it as precise because we're not contouring, we're bronzing. We're just warming up the skin right now. So this changes the look so much, you guys. I'm obsessed with bronzer right now, especially this cream bronzer from Maskcara. It is stunning, and I feel like it will go such a long way because you only need a tiny bit. This just really gives like the definition that the face needs, you know, like it's not too harsh, but it still warms it up and just gives it life. Can you guys see what a little bit of bronzer does to the face? It's amazing. For blush, I think I do want to use a little bit of cream blush because it just looks so beautiful, and it's kind of going with that healthy, glowy look that I have going right now. So I'm going to take this Nude shade right here. It's actually called Nude from Maskcara Beauty. Now if you're new to my channel and you're like, what the heck is Maskcara Beauty? I have a video I just posted talking all about it and the foundation routine that I've been doing with it. So if you're wanting to know more about that, you can check out that video, and I explain all the products. I'm actually an artist from Maskcara Beauty, so I do makeovers for them using the makeup. I have almost all of their highlight and contour shades, and I'm still kind of building the rest of my kit right now. But I'm going to flip the brush over here and use the blush side and dip into that nude shade. Again, these are super pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit. And I'm just going to pop that right here on my cheek. Isn't that such a pretty color? I love it so much. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set the rest of the face. I'm just gonna blend that into the skin a little bit first, and then we will set the face down. So for my face powder, I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the loose, what is this? Loose finishing powder in the shade Light Medium. So I literally just take a little bit on the lid because I don't need a ton of coverage. And I dip it into that fluffy side of the brush. And I'm just going to lightly set my face. It's a good like 85 degrees in Utah today, but I can't turn my air on because it gives me bad audio, so I'm roasting right now. I'm drinking this watermelon cucumber refresher from Trader Joe's. It is so good. So for the eyes, I'm going to be starting with this Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. So this is not a new product, but I've never showed this on camera before, and I've been using it for a couple months now, and I love it. It is so beautiful. So this is a cream eyeshadow, or you can use it as an eyeshadow base to layer another shadow on top of it. This has SPF 15 in it. Okay, isn't that so weird? Like, an eyeshadow has SPF. That is so genius of Bare Minerals, because I think most of us don't think to put our sunscreen on our eyes, especially if we're going to be doing makeup. So I love that I can get a little bit of sun protection in my eyeshadow from this. So this is in the shade Elegant Taupe, and it is a beautiful, just like neutral gray color. If you are someone that doesn't like gray tones, you're not gonna like this, but I like to wear a nice soft taupe or gray color every once in a while. So I'm just gonna take the brush, it's got a really nice little doe foot brush here, and just put a tiny bit right here at the outer corner. And this product blends out beautifully, you guys. Just watch. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this Morphe E17 brush, just got a nice little dome shape, and I'm just gonna start buffing this out very lightly. So it looks heavy, but it really blends out so well. A lot of cream eyeshadows or bases, you know, once they start drying, you're kind of screwed. But this almost has like a cream to powder formula. So as you start buffing it out, it just blends just like an eyeshadow. I love it. And then you can go in with a little bit more to darken it up if you want. And I like to just use little circular motions. And then at the edges you can kind of buff like that. Do you guys see how easy this is to blend out though? Like, it really is super, super effortless. So an eyeshadow that I really like to go over top of this cream eyeshadow with is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the shade Dusty Rose. As you can see, it's just a beautiful, like, dusty mauve color. That's the best way to describe it. It has just enough pink, but it's kind of mauvey and purpley at the same time. So I'm going to take the Sigma 863 blending brush here, and I just pick up a tiny bit of the eyeshadow, and I'm just going to dust that through my crease. And this will further blend out that cream eyeshadow. It's just the most beautiful color. I love it. It's not too pink, but it does kind of make the look a little bit more girly and flirty. And I'm kind of just dusting this all over, to be honest. I originally was just going to do my crease, but I'm kind of just going over everywhere I put that cream eyeshadow. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that same mauve color on this Morphe brush and just smudge it under my lash line. like to make sure I connect the lash line to the outer corner of the eyeshadow here. That way we don't have like a weird stop in our eyeshadow, if that makes sense. So this next eyeshadow is from Anastasia as well. It's one of their single eyeshadows in the shade Hot Chocolate. Now this is a deep brown, but it's not like chocolate brown. It has a lot of purple in it, which is really, really beautiful. It looks great on brown eyes, and it's gonna kind of stay with the cooler toned, more purpley vibe that we've got going on. Because I wouldn't want to go in with anything too warm at this point. So I'm just smudging that right up on the lashes, just to define the eye a little bit. And then I'll take a little bit and just press it right here at the outer corner, just to deepen it up a little bit. For my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, I'm using the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's one of my favorite highlighting powders ever. I use it on like 95% of my brides because it just looks good on everyone. It's a really great, just neutral tone highlighter. So we're just going to pop him right in the inner corner and then blend onto the lid just a little bit where we have that blank space. And you could definitely wet your brush with some Fix Plus or something to really make this pop. But I don't really know that I want to go for that today. I kind of want to keep it a little bit more soft. And then of course we'll go back in with our blending brush and just kind of buff everything together one last time. No harsh lines. So rather than going more smoky with this and taking a black liner into the waterline, I'm going to do the opposite and kind of open the eyes up a little bit with the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in the shade Nude Beige. So it's just a great nude creamy eye pencil. So I'm going to pop that right there in my waterline. And you guys can see it just makes the eye look a lot more open and awake. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot to show you my nails. They're so cute. I have like the unicorn powder. I don't know if you guys are getting that effect on here or not, but I just started getting them done again, and we did like the unicorn duochrome powder, and I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm gonna hurry and pop on some mascara and lashes off camera because it takes way too long, and I feel like this video is already gonna be like 10 hours long. So I'm going to curl my lashes, apply my L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black, and then the lashes I'm using are Ardell Faux Minks, which I've already used them, so they're loose in the package, but that is what I'm using. So I'll be right back. So to finish off the face, I wanted to show you guys the new Morphe Brontour powder. I showed this on my Instagram, I think, when I got it not too long ago. And I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this powder, but I love it. I think it's awesome. So I have the shade Celebutante. So you have your contour and your bronzer, and you kind of just swirl the two together, and that's how I like to apply it. And I use the Morphe M556 brush. So I just swirl them together, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to dust that over where we put the cream bronzer. And then I like to blend it down on the neck. So that just gives a little bit of extra color. For blush today, I'm going to use a little bit of this Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush from Tarte in the shade Party. And I'm just using the same brush to apply that, just right over the cream blush. Now this is a pretty heavy makeup day for me. I don't wear this much makeup on a day-to-day basis, but I'm actually going to a photo shoot after I finish filming. So this is photo shoot ready makeup. For highlight, I'm using the same highlighter we used on our eyes. This is the Mary Luminizer, and I'm just going to take that on my Morphe M510. This is my absolute favorite highlighting brush at the moment. It is so bomb. So I'm just going to put that right on top of my cheekbone. Can you guys see that? It's so good. I love it. The powder and the brush. So I like to do my Cupid's bow, my nose, and then right above the brows. For lips, I'm using the Tarteist lip paint in the shade Birthday Suit. It's just a really pretty mauve shade that matches the eyeshadow we had in our crease. This is a sample size that I got. This is not a full size, obviously, but that's okay. This formula is really nice. It is not sticky. It's not overly drying. Last but not least, of course, you want to set everything in place. So I'm using the Stay Spray from Mascara Beauty. You just want to give this a good shake, and then it smells so good. It's kind of coconutty, vanilla-y. It smells so good. So that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you liked it and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you haven't, or else you won't get updated when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.